Honorable Mr. Justice Suvir Sehgal, Judge, Punjab Haryana High Court, cum President, Board of Governors, Chandigarh Judicial Academy, Honorable Mr. Justice Anirudh Bose, Judge, Supreme Court of India, retired, and Director, National Judicial Academy. I also extend warm welcome to honorable judges from various high courts, participant judicial officers from all over North Zone, judicial officers from the Tri-City, liaison officers, other esteemed dignitaries gracing this occasion, members of the print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. I, Amrinder Sharma, OSD Vigilance, Haryana, with profound humility and immense honor, welcome you all to this regional conference. In an era where technology is reshaping every sphere of governance, the justice system stands at a crucial juncture. The adoption of digital processes, artificial intelligence, data-driven systems holds immense promise for improving access to justice and enhancing institutional efficiency. As we begin today's program, may I most humbly invite the honorable dignitaries on the dais to proceed for the lighting of the lamp.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणा वरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा.
May I now request this august gathering to kindly rise for the national song.
Namaami Tarini, Pudala
we are honored by the presence of esteemed dignitaries whose exemplary contributions have left a lasting impact. In keeping with our shared commitment to sustainability, we will now present planters as a symbol of prosperity along with souvenirs as a token of our respect and appreciation. May I humbly request Honorable Mr. Justice Sheel Nagu, Chief Justice, Punjab Haryana High Court, to kindly felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Augustine George Massey, Judge, Supreme Court of India. Thank you, Lordship. Thank you, Lordship. May I now request Honorable Mr. Justice Suvir Sehgal, Judge, Punjab Haryana High Court, come President, Board of Governors, Chandigarh Judicial Academy, to kindly felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Sheel Nagu, Chief Justice, Punjab Haryana High Court. May I now request Honorable Mrs. Justice Alka Sareen, Judge, Punjab Haryana High Court, to kindly felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Anirudh Bose, Judge, Supreme Court of India retired and Director, National Judicial Academy. Thank you, Lordship. May I now request Dr. Ritu Y.K. Behel, Director, Chandigarh Judicial Academy, to kindly felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Suvir Sehgal, Judge, Punjab Haryana High Court, come President, Board of Governors, Chandigarh Judicial Academy. Thank you, ma'am. To formally welcome Honorable the Chief Guest, esteemed dignitaries and distinguished gathering, we have amongst us a visionary leader, a paragon of judicial wisdom, and a pioneer who has opened new horizons in legal as well as technical domains. His Lordship's enlightened vision and administrative acumen continue to guide and inspire us. May I now respectfully invite Honorable Mr. Justice Sheel Nagu, Chief Justice, Punjab Haryana High Court, to extend formal welcome to Honorable the Chief Guest. Thank you.
A very good morning to all. It's a matter of great honor and pleasure to welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Augustine George Massey, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Anirudh Bose, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, and Director of National Judicial Academy, Bhopal. Dear Chief Justices and all sister and brother judges from Delhi, Himachal, Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Uttarakhand, Allahabad, Punjab and Haryana, and as well as the participants who have joined us from across the northern region. Your presence here brings together a rich diversity of judicial experience, and it lends immense value to this collective exercise of reflection and dialogue. We gather here around the theme of advancing the rule of law through technology. The rule of law is not an abstract expression. It is what assures every individual that justice will be administered fairly, consistently, and impartially. Every order we pass and every proceedings we conduct ultimately contributes to sustaining that trust. In recent times, the environment in which the rule of law operates has been steadily changing. Technology has entered every sphere of life, and the justice system is no exception. Court processes are becoming digital, records are increasingly electronic, and communication is faster than ever before. These developments undoubtedly bring efficiency and convenience, but they also require us to carefully examine their impact on the foundational principles we uphold. The justice system has always stood on certain enduring principles: fairness, transparency, accessibility, and reasoned decision making. The question before us is to whether technology should find a place within this system. The question before us is not whether the technology should find a place within this system, but how it should be integrated without disturbing these foundational principles. Efficiency and speed are important, but they cannot be pursued at the cost of thoughtful adjudication. Technology may assist the process, but the responsibility of decision making must rest with the judge. At the same time, it is equally important to recognize that technology has opened new possibilities. It has made processes more streamlined, reduced delays in certain areas, and created avenues for greater transparency. Yet these gains also come with concerns, particularly of access. While technology may simplify procedures for many, it may also create barriers for those with limited resources. The idea of justice must remain inclusive, and no section of society should feel distanced from the system on account of technological advancement. Another aspect that merits reflection is the changing nature of information and communication. The speed with which information travels today is unprecedented. This has implications not only for society at large, but also for the functioning of the courts. These are not issues with simple answers. They require a thoughtful approach grounded in judicial wisdom. What makes this gathering particularly meaningful is the opportunity it gives for collective reflection. Each one of you carries valuable experience from your respective jurisdictions. The exchange of such experiences often brings clarity and helps us approach shared challenges with a more informed perspective. Technology will undoubtedly continue to influence the way we work, but its role must remain that of an enabler, not a determinant. With these words, I once again extend a warm welcome to all the sister and brother judges and the respected participants. I hope that the time spent here proves to be meaningful and enriching for all of us. Thank you. Jai Hind.
It's a matter of immense honor to have an illuminary with us to set the tone for this conference. We welcome him for sharing his invaluable views and insights on how technology can shape the future of justice and uphold the rule of law in the digital age. His presence stands as a testament to his enduring commitment to the cause of justice. Please join me in welcoming Honorable Mr. Justice Anirudh Bose, Judge, Supreme Court of India, retired, and Director, National Judicial Academy. Please, Lordship.
Honorable Justice Masi, my erstwhile colleague, Honorable Justice Sheel Nagu, Chief Justice of the Punjab and Haryana High Court, being the host High Court, Chief Justice Upadhyay, Chief Justice Sandwalia, Chief Justice Mustaq, Honorable Judges of the host High Court and the High Courts of the Northern Region, and also the judges of the District Judiciary, members of the Registry of the host High Court. Good morning to all of you. Though I speak in the opening session, and this is not a session for vote of thanks, I start with a thank you note for the High Court for the states of Punjab and Haryana, its Judicial Academy, its judges and members of the registry for organizing this two-day program. As you are aware, we, meaning the National Judicial Academy, hold 2 zonal meets a year for 5 zones. There are 2 zones in the east on a subject of contemporary relevance to the judiciary. The present program is on technology, and that has been the theme for this year. Technology has assumed significant role in the judicial process. It has not only become manager, legal advisor for the judges, and also astrologer predicting outcome of a case. I've seen in a well-known journal published from England, they are predicting which way the 9 judges of the US Supreme Court decide one of these critical cases. That was, it fed the artificial intelligence with all the judgments of the respective judges to kind of predict the outcome. In these 2 days, we shall discuss among ourselves to what extent technology is applicable in our system. How much should we take? What shall we take? And importantly, where shall we stop? On one issue in which all stakeholders of the legal system are uniform in thinking is that court decision-making power still remains with the mind. It doesn't go to the machine. Now, machine is making deep inroad into our decision-making process, and all the proponents of these machines are predicting it might replace the judges at some point of time. Okay, I'm out of that. I have retired. But though I am out of that, I still have my doubt whether it can do the thinking. So it essentially would be playing the role of a manager of a system for some years. We are fortunate that we have Justice Augustine George Massey to deliver the main address. As I said in the beginning, I had the fortune to share the bench with him while I was still a judge of the Supreme Court, and there was no occasion to disagree with him on any issue. I won't take further time, as in this session we have, after hearing Honorable Justice Massey, the release of the yearbook. Then we have the technical sessions where our regular visitors and from whom we learn on technology and law will be speaking to you and also field questions. We want to make this program interactive, and I hope this program will give all of us food for thought on up to which point shall we utilize the machines. Thank you for being present here, and I hope you will go back enriched. Namaskar.
Thank Thank you, Lordship. Now we come to the release of the yearbook of Chandigarh Judicial Academy, Odyssey 2025. This volume reflects the Academy's journey through year 2025 and sets out a thoughtful roadmap for the year 2026 with a focus on practical and engaging learning through tools like Mentimeter, webinar, and a continued emphasis on mediation. May I request the honorable dignitaries on the dais to kindly release the yearbook Odyssey 2025. Thank you, Lordships. Now comes the moment we've been waiting for. We are privileged to have amongst us a distinguished luminary of Indian judiciary. His Lordship's journey is marked by remarkable erudition, vast judicial experience, and a rare humility that lends grace to this institution. Beyond the courtroom, His Lordship's has consistently contributed to strengthening the justice delivery system through engagement with broader legal community and fostering legal awareness. His Lordship's persona reflects not only his intellectual depth, but also a warmth of spirit and generosity that continues to inspire everyone. With profound honor, I request Honorable Mr. Justice Augustine George Massey, Judge, Supreme Court of India, to kindly deliver his address.
Good morning to everyone. In fact, I'm thankful that I've been given an opportunity to be here. And time at times helps you to be here on a particular occasion, on a place where you had grown and have moved on in life. It's an honor to be alongside my brother, Anuradha Bose, because he's the one with whom I started the first bench which was there, and I sat in the Supreme Court. He was heading the bench. So it's a special occasion for me, a very strange feeling to that extent that you have someone who had, in fact, introduced you to the Supreme Court. Now, both of us are not very savvy as far as the technology is concerned. At least for myself, I can admit and say so. So if that is so, we were a bench which actually was not very comfortable with the technology coming in the way it had come. But with the passage of time, things have moved. And so have I also to some extent. Why we are together today are wanting to bring in technology and adjust it according to us in delivering justice. Because justice does not mean deciding cases alone. What are we up to? You are simply not deciding a matter on the basis of the pleadings. There is another aspect which, as Brother Bose has pointed out, and even the Chief, there is always a human aspect, which is always missing in a mechanical manner if you try and decide matters. Technology, yes. AI, yes. Algorithms, yes. But to what extent? And how much should it enter the judicial system? That should be the check which we need to visualize, we need to convert, and be conversant with before simply moving on to technology or becoming dependent on it. Why I'm saying so is, there are occasions when you tend to depend upon your mobile phone, if you would see, day in and day out, for most of the things. And Google is now the go-to. Well, that may not be true as far as justice delivery system is concerned. That may assist, yes. That may give you information, yes. But it can never be, according to me as of now, as it stands, the deliverer of justice. That will always be upon us, the judges, to take the call. What do we want? And why have we come together for these 1.5 days rather? We are wanting to find a ways and means to assimilate and emulate the technology into the judicial system. One field which is actually making a great deal of inroads is the artificial intelligence, which, as the chief was sharing with me just a few seconds back, immaculately drafted grounds and petitions. But when it comes to delivering in the court, the lawyer is unable to do that. You ask for assistance and he is unable to even respond as to why he had taken such a plea. That's not happening here only, it's even in the Supreme Court the same position. And let me share with you, a counsel had drafted the grounds and unfortunately did not delete from where he had got it drafted. That was also there. Now leave that apart. I had earlier also shared with this. I think Justice Upadhyay would remember that while we were in Bangalore. AI, yes. Rejoinder filed through AI, maybe, because there were judgments which were self-produced. There were never any judgments to that effect. And let me tell you, even the paragraphs were reproduced there. That's the extent to which the artificial intelligence can influence ultimately. Assuming, had it not been brought to our notice, believing that the counsel had relied upon a judgment, we could have been influenced into thinking in those terms that there is already a precedent on that. What I'm trying to say is that it's an added responsibility on us when you tend to rely upon an intelligence which is artificial, or for that matter, any intelligence, you need to be very careful, cross-check. Don't go by what is presented to you alone. And let me tell you, the leading lawyers in those cases which I have referred to were designated seniors and known lawyers. Fortunately for us, it did not proceed further beyond that. It was withdrawn and then a fresh rejoinder came in. Now, as far as the electronic and digital media is concerned, no doubt it has its potentiality and it has its ways of means to make inroads into our system. But are we actually ready for that? And then ultimately, assuming we are trained for that, we are able to make systems and bring in those systems, are the ultimate beneficiaries, users, acquainted with that? What are we bringing in that? It is for our own convenience. But then, how are we interacting with the ultimate users of those tools? That's another aspect. Are we able to bring it to the masses? Those changes which we are wanting to bring about, are they involved into it? Do they know how to use it? We have brought in a lot of changes, and we have said we are making things easy for the litigant. But are they aware as to how to use it? Or even they know whether it exists or not? That's another challenge. In fact, the legal services authorities are doing a great job on that. They have taken it down to the panchayats. But then, to what extent is it actually reaching them? Then we have, and we look at technology being introduced in such a manner and on the basis of a generalized process which may not be workable as far as our country is concerned. We are, fortunately, a very vast country. We have different cultures. We have different topography. The way we look at things are different altogether in different regions. Therefore, one system may probably not be enough. Each state would have to adapt and bring in its own changes. The flexibility has to be there. We can't have simple solutions to all problems because they may be varied. Some may be complex, some may not be. These are things which we need to look at and think of. And technology should not ultimately make justice a casualty. That's what I'm wanting to emphasize upon. Use it as a tool, use it as a facilitator, use it for the benefit and use as far as the procedural things are concerned, bringing changes which can reduce the time period for disposal of a matter, bring in changes where certain things which are not relatable to actual justice delivery and ultimate results, but certain things ultimately fall back upon the judges who have to control the whole thing. I know of Brother Chitkara because we did have an opportunity to share here on the bench also and otherwise also. The effort is that we need to have a system where justice delivery should be at an equal pedestal. And in that process was the ultimate punishment which a person who is being found guilty should be delivered and granted. Varied systems were there, different punishments for the same crime, same type of recoveries have been seen and studied on that. And the disparity there, that was amazing. So we need to have some guidelines, ways and means, or maybe ultimately we can, if we can fall back upon, apart from other factors, at least a limited quantitative and qualitative aspect could be taken care of. But then, how do we proceed? And where do we go and lead? That's what we need to look at and finally move on. This regional conference which we have come up with is a wonderful platform where we can share so many things. Our views are going to add to the ultimate product which we want for ourselves. We need to decide for ourselves. Well, I can assure you and I can inform you also that executive is there to help us out. But not only the problems need to be pointed out to them, but we should come out with our own solutions. Till now, we have been beating around the bush rather, saying we don't have this, we don't have the other things, the technology and even the judges' appointments and so many things. The infrastructure also. Let's now not look at it because the budgetary allocations as far as the center is concerned, they have been exceedingly supportive on that. Unfortunately, some of the states have not been able to match that, leading to lapsing of the funds because of the schemes. But then we also have, on occasions, not been able to bring out our own requirements in the right perspective and how to give effect to that. What I'm trying to emphasize here is, let this occasion be used not merely for putting forth the problems. Let's try and find our own solutions and then implement them. With this note, I thank you once again for being here and giving me an opportunity to speak on this occasion. Wishing you a wonderful 1.5 days here, and whatever knowledge you gain through this, may we all use it for the betterment of the institution and for delivering justice. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Lordship. Your insightful words continue to motivate us, guiding us towards new possibilities and encouraging us to translate ideas into meaningful action. As we approach the conclusion of this meaningful inaugural session, it is time to formally acknowledge and express our collective gratitude. To articulate these sentiments of gratitude, it is my privilege to invite Honorable Mr. Justice Suvir Sehgal, Judge, Punjab Haryana High Court, cum President, Board of Governors, Chandigarh Judicial Academy. Please, Lordship.
Thank you. Honorable Mr. Justice Augustine George Massey, Judge, Supreme Court of India. Honorable Mr. Justice Aniruddha Bose, former Judge, Supreme Court of India and Director, National Judicial Academy. Honorable Mr. Justice Sheel Nagu, Chief Justice, High Court of Punjab and Haryana, cum Patron-in-Chief, Chandigarh Judicial Academy. Honorable participating judges, brothers and sisters, and other dignitaries. It is indeed my proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks on the occasion of the inaugural session of the Regional Conference on Advancing Rule of Law through Technology, Challenges and Opportunities, At the outset, I extend my deepest gratitude to Honorable Mr. Justice Masih for graciously being with us today and for sharing invaluable insights that have set a meaningful and thoughtful note for the deliberations ahead. Your presence, sir, has truly elevated this gathering. Thank you. I express my sincere thanks to Honorable Mr. Justice Bose for his enlightening introductory address, which has contextualized the evolving intersection of law and technology. I am profoundly grateful to Honorable the Chief Justice, Mr. Justice Sheel Nagu, for his inspiring address and for his continued guidance and vision in strengthening institutional capacity through progressive thoughts and innovation. I extend sincere thanks to all the distinguished participants who have joined us from across the region. Your presence and engagement gives both depth and richness to this collective dialogue. Behind the success of this event lies the untiring effort of many. I place on record my heartfelt appreciation for the organizing team at the High Court of Punjab and Haryana, in particular the faculty members and the staff of the Chandigarh Judicial Academy, whose dedication and meticulous efforts have ensured the seamless conduct of this program. As we now move forward into the technical sessions, I am confident that the discussions will be enriching and will contribute meaningfully towards strengthening the rule of law in an increasingly digital age. With these words, I once again thank each one of you for your gracious presence and valuable contribution. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
As we conclude this solemn program, I would request all the esteemed members of this august gathering to kindly rise in honor of national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. All honorable judges from various high courts are requested to join us for a group photograph followed by high tea. Thereafter, the participants